this is the 2.0. Yep.
Yes. Ubooly is a stuffed animal that's powered by your smartphone. We actually launched last year right outside those doors in the demo pit. And here's how it's worked up until today.
Do you want to listen to some music?
Yes.
Can you smile and frown at the same time? Why does it take so long for a group of cats to watch a movie? Too many pauses.
So we created a toy that thousands of kids around the world love. But parents asked us for more. They asked us, can Ubooly teach my kids Spanish? And will Ubooly learn my kid's name? So we teamed up with teachers to build the Ubooly Lab, which we're launching today. Let me introduce you to Mark. Mark is a great dad who has a 6-year-old daughter named Alex. And he wants to customize Alex's Ubooly to her preferences. Alex loves space, plays basketball, is going through a pirate phase, and also plays piano. And now that Mark has added Alex's preferences, the Ubooly Lab makes suggestions on content it thinks Alex will like. So Mark scrolls down the page and sees that there's a space pack. And after reading the details, he says this is something that Alex is going to love. So he buys it for 1 credit, which is worth $1. Mark also scrolls down the page and sees a teeth brushing pack. He's not sure how this will work, but there's a preview so he can sample the content.
Time to brush your teeth. I'll play some music while you brush. When the music stops, you're all done. Tap my face when you're ready.
Aha, so this is an example of a helper pack. This will help Alex get into healthy habits. It sounds great. Now, Alex is also studying grammar in school, and Mark sees that there's a grammar pack. He reviews the lesson plan and says this is a great way to reinforce the concepts that Alex has learned in school. So, let's go over to the Elmo and let Mark see how his customizations have affected Alex's play session. So, he'll hit the Play with Ubooly button and insert the phone into the toy. There's not usually a jack, but for purposes today, we have it. Now, Alex will wake up Ubooly.
Hi, Alex. Guess what?
What?
When we look up at the night sky, we're looking back in time. That's because it takes millions of years sometimes for the light from the stars to reach our eyeballs. A lot of those stars might not even be there anymore. I used to wish upon a star for a fire-breathing corgi puppy. Turns out, that star died a long time ago, and I was basically talking to myself. So, you know, keep that in mind when you make a wish upon a star. Guess what?
What?
We're going to tell a story together. Are you ready?
Sure.
Great. But we should probably stretch first. We don't want to pull a muscle. Quick, touch your toes. Now touch your ears. Now touch my ears. Thanks. I've had an itch all day. Okay, I think we're ready. Stories are just like houses. They need to be built. But instead of wood and nails and stuff, you use different kinds of words. The first kind of words we need are called nouns. Nouns are things like roosters, and people like pirates, and places like Timbuktu. Let's see if we can find an example of a noun right now. Go find a pillow, a pencil, and a shoe, and tap my face when you're done.
Great. So let's switch back to Mark's laptop to see his favorite part. Now, every Saturday morning, Mark gets an email on Alex's progress. And not only does he see detailed information on the lessons she's taken, but he also gets contextual information on the activities she's played. So in this example, Mark sees that Alex is doing great with verbs, but is struggling with the concept of pronouns. Mark also gets high-level feedback. For example, he now knows that Alex is in the top 10% for English, and that makes Mark a proud parent. Ubooly Lab also provides feedback. Since Alex has already completed the parts of speech, the next lesson is vocabulary. And because of her interest in space, the Ubooly Lab recommends astronomy as the next lesson. This feedback loop is the key to Mark's engagement in Alex's educational play sessions. So, this is the Ubooly Lab. If you're a parent or a kid at heart, please come see us at our booth and tell us what you think we should build next. Thank you.
So this is pretty interesting. I have a 5-year-old autistic son. Are you working on games for the special needs community? Because this seems like a great model to help work on a specific skill that I need to work on with my son. Right?
Yeah, so that's one thing that we're really excited about now is we were really stuck before this where the learning had to kind of appeal to every kid. But now, actually, the autism community and parents that have kids with ASD have really said this can help them become more vocal. So we can really do specialized packs for any kind of kid.
So where's the content for them coming from? I mean, I'm thinking if I'm a kid and I click on space and then you start telling me about nouns, I'll be a little miffed about where that came from.
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Where's the content coming from?
Yeah, so it's programmed by the parent on what kind of cue they want to set up. So what it will do is blend different lessons. So
where's that content come from?
Oh, where is it designed?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all by teachers, and we upload all the files online, is where that's designed from, and then downloads automatically to the app.
My kids all have their own iPads. I have a 3, 5, and an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, and they all have their own iPad. Have you tested it with people who are already that computer illiterate and found how do they split up their time? I'm wondering, are they even going to use it? You know?
Yeah, so the one thing that we're able to do that traditional apps can't is we build this emotional attachment. So we know that kids that play Angry Birds are still going to play Angry Birds. But the difference is that they sleep with Ubooly at nighttime, and they come back to them because they've built this emotional attachment. And we feel that now, once we can actually customize the experience to them, that bond will be even stronger.
And it works. You need an iPod Touch or something in there, because it doesn't come with that.
No, it doesn't come with the device.
The phone, right? And I don't let my kids play with my phone. My phone is mine, right?
Yeah.
So that's why they have their own iPad. So,
yeah.
Do you find resistance from parents that they need to buy yet another device or give up their phone, which might be charging at night when they're at home playing with the kids?
Yeah, so initially when we started this, we got a lot of that hesitation, but what we're seeing as the use case now is that it's typically the hand-me-down phone. In order to sync, we just need the Wi-Fi access, which even a disconnected phone has. And what we're seeing is that for at least iPhones, over 50% are actually handed down, whereas only about 30% are sold back. So it's a huge amount of devices now. There's actually more iPhones sold every day than babies born in the world, so it's a great platform to build off of.
So do you have some kind of a recurring revenue model here where you buy the toy, I don't know what the economics are around that, but where for all these different packages you can get for the thing, you're able to monetize this over a long period of time?
Yeah, so that's why all our lessons are based on a series. So if you're going to start, you'll start with counting, then move to addition and subtraction. And what we actually want to do after this is not just have it a la carte, but actually have an auto-teach where parents could subscribe and we could say, okay, because we're evaluating as the kid's playing, and we can say, oh, they're doing really great on counting, it's time to move on. And that way it's a recurring revenue model. We're not really that excited about making money on the toy. It's going to be more about the software.
What percent of parents actually want to do this like supplemental teaching in addition to just school?
Yeah. Actually, a really high percentage. When we first asked parents about what they wanted seen, is they actually wanted something very different from what they had in the classroom and to be able to customize it. They didn't feel like they were getting enough. I don't have hard data yet, but we see educational apps like Duck Duck Moose, who we really love. They're doing phenomenally well right now in the App Store with educational apps.
Cool.
Awesome. Let's hear it. And what a great story. You were in the demo pit last year and hustled your way. And did you plan, when you were in the demo pit, did you say to yourself, I'm going to get on that stage next year? Was that burning in your...
Yeah, we saw the companies up here and we were really impressed and hoped that next year we could be here. So I'm happy to be on stage.
And you crushed it, and really to watch the progression in the last 30 days of rehearsals. People don't see all the hard work that goes into this, but we've done 3 or 4 rehearsals together, and every time the product just got 10%, 20% better. And it's really great to see this product evolve from the demo pit to this year. Really well done. Big round of applause for Ubooly.
Thank you.
Very proud of you guys.